For decades, wealth managers treated the 60-40 portfolio like gospel. 60% stocks, 40% bonds, the gold standard of retirement investing.
In recent years, the notion of correct portfolio construction has been challenged, calling into question the efficacy of the classic 60-40 portfolio.
With America's economic domination, the idea underlying this split had seemed to always hold true, that when stocks fall, bonds rise, and that seesaw keeps your wealth stable. 2022 broke that seesaw. For the first time in 40 years, stocks and bonds fell together, both suffering 20 to 30% drawdowns simultaneously. The diversification strategy that an entire generation of retirement savers was built on simply stopped working. So, if you have $500,000 in an IRA today, what should you do with it? What amount should be in gold? How are experts recommending that investors adapt to this new paradigm? Now, before we get into it real quick, if you're into this kind of content, consider subscribing. Even a like goes a long way. Morgan Stanley put out new guidance last fall saying that they believe the portfolio of the future looks like this: 60% stocks, 20% bonds, and 20% gold. Not 5%, not 10%, 20%. For a large institutional wealth management player, this represents a fundamental rethink of what a balanced retirement portfolio looks like. And Morgan Stanley isn't alone. Ray Dalio has called for a similar allocation of gold for years.
Gold is a very excellent diversifier of the portfolio. Something like 15% of your portfolio in gold.
So what are these experts seeing in the crystal ball? Beyond the global disinterest in US bonds we've talked a lot about previously, there's a red flashing alarm over the stock market. The stock market, and AI stocks in particular, is showing the same telltale signs as the dot-com bubble of 2000. The Bank for International Settlements, effectively the central bank for central banks, has warned that the credit facilities and leverage behind the AI stock rally are bigger and potentially more dangerous than anything they saw during the dot-com crash. The NASDAQ dropped 85% between 2000 and 2002. It didn't recover until 2013. 13 years in the red. That's a scenario worth thinking hard about if you're heading into retirement. But think even harder about this. In that same period of time, while the NASDAQ finally got back to its 2002 threshold, gold had gone up 650%. So where does that leave someone with $500,000 in a retirement account? If you're following the 60-20-20 guidance from Morgan Stanley and other experts, the answer is to put 100 grand in gold. But every investor has different priorities. Your number might be lower or higher. It really depends on how you evaluate the risk of these worrying macro trends we talk about every week and how you want to prepare for them. But the 60-40 portfolio was built for a world where stocks and bonds moved in opposite directions, and that world may no longer exist. If you want more practical insight from people who understand the precious metals market and how to navigate it, please like and subscribe.